sacrifice themselves so that we're allowed to be able to live free. So again, that's something that's very important to me and that I truly want people to understand.
Amen, brother. Amen. Freedom's not free, man. You know, and once a son or daughter, husband or wife joined, the whole family joined, you know.
It's more than just one person that, you know, when they sacrifice that ultimate, there's a lot of people that are involved when someone dies. And that's the thing I think most people fail to realize. It's just not one person that it affects. It affects so many other people.
Yeah, Frank, we have a foundation, Michael Strange Foundation. You have to check us out because I was losing my mind after they knocked on the door. You know, my son was just here after killing bin Laden. It was his birthday, June 6th, turned 25. And, you know, we had a giant party. And then, you know, 93 days later, they knock on the door. And what I did, I met another father, Gold Star father. He lost his son 3 years prior. He's from Philly, too. And I met him, and talking to him, I felt better. You know, I wasn't alone. And what we do is we bring in like 30 to 40 Gold Star parents for a weekend, 3 nights and 4 days with our foundation. And we pay for the hotel, the food, the plane tickets, since they already paid the ultimate price for our freedoms. We've done 12 weekends, over 350 parents. You know, we open the Bible up a little bit, how beautiful heaven is, John 15:13. But we get the parents to write a letter about their son or daughter and then read it to us because where you're from, and it helps. And we do the, you know, let go, let God with the balloons or wreath in the oceans. And we raise money for that. Rob O'Neill, the guy that killed bin Laden, donates his time. Drago, Navy SEAL, badass Drago, who was a world champion kickboxer. Drago from Poland.
Yeah.
Thomas Dezarian, yeah, he's a good friend of mine. Jonathan Gillum, all them guys. William Brown. So they'll donate. We'll raise the money, and then me and my wife put these weekends together. It helps, and you know the parents really thank us. You know. So
anything I can do, man. You know, it's something that's dear to me. And I appreciate, you know, everything that's being done. You know, even the military, whether it's first responders, just the people that are constantly each and every day are putting themselves in harm's way only to protect us.
Yeah. We've had in the beginning, you know, like I was telling Rob, you know, first some of the suicide parents were calling, and my son was killed in action. And I was like, man, I don't know, you know, I'm not a therapist, Frank, you know what I mean? I'm a construction worker from Philly, you know, and then we started bringing them parents in because I truly believe God talked to me and my wife. Them kids didn't join the military thinking about killing themselves. When they came back from seeing what's going over there in Iraq and Afghanistan, Africa, and all the stuff, you know, whatever they seen over there, you know, we only see it in the movies. You know, your best friend gets blown up in front of you and, you know, shooting little, you know, with everything going on. And so we bring in the suicide parents too, and because we're all hurting the same, but meeting each other and, you know, trying to heal each other. And it's, you know, check us out, michaelstrangefoundation.org. And where are you from, Frank?
Well, first of all, I want to get my name right. I think they got my name on here wrong because it says U.S. Marine veteran Frank Shamrock. It's Ken Shamrock. I'm the oldest one.
Ken. I'm sorry, Ken.
No worries. They got it on here. I see what they actually got it listed on the bottom here, Frank. So yeah, you're saying it right, but because they've got it listed wrong.
Oh, there it is, Ken.
Same family.
All right, Ken, I'm sorry about that.
That's all right. No worries, man. No worries. We're both MMA fighters. We're both legends. We've both done a lot in the world and space. So, and I know for a fact that he's 100% behind the military and has the same feelings I do. So,
yeah. Yeah, man.
For everybody tuning in, we have the legendary MMA legend, Ken Shamrock, WWF superstar, UFC champion. Ken, what haven't you done?
Yeah, I've pretty much done it all, man. When it comes to the hand-to-hand stuff, for a very long time, since 2000, I believe it was 2001, where I went to Okinawa, one of the military bases down there, where there's the Air Force, Marine Corps, Army, Navy, all on one base. It's called the Red Raiders gym, where I went down and actually, it was my first experience where I actually got brought in the military to help teach the hand-to-hand combat. The Marine Corps brought me in first, and I restructured their hand-to-hand combat because they used to do a lot of Krav Maga stuff, and so I came in and revamped it, trained with them, and I've been doing it now since 2001 until 2015, where I kind of just got too old to get up and down all the time. But I was working with the Air Force, the Navy, Army, Marine Corps, but majority of Army and Marine, whereas I've done many things in Georgia with the Army, plenty of bases down there. I went to 3 different bases down there, and I helped revamp some of their hand-to-hand combat. They also have a big gym where they actually teach the mixed martial arts, and they actually have guys that train to fight. I went down there and worked with them. So it's been one of my passions to really be able to donate my time and really go in and really help the military and be able to put them in position so that if they're ever in a situation where they don't have a firearm, that they're well equipped to be able to defend themselves.
Wow. Hey, Ken, you might have taught my son, because my son was I don't know if you do it, I'm just saying. But I'm 6'1", like I said, I'm pretty good. We used to be in pretty good shape, Ken, you know. And when he was in with the SEALs training, we rented a house in between one of his deployments, and the whole family, his sisters, brothers, we rented this big house in between Virginia and Philly, and met him for the weekend and all that. And he said, "Dad, come on, man." I said, you know I'll still whoop your ass, Michael, right? And he did some shit on me, Ken. He put me down in like 3 seconds. I said, "You better get off me, Michael." He helps me up. He said, "Where you going?" I said, "I'm going to the trunk to get my bat." He said, but I don't know. They were teaching them Brazilian jiu-jitsu and some other stuff. And I mean, my son was like 3% body fat, Ken. I mean, he was, you know.
Well, they brought a lot of us in. I know Royce Gracie did quite a bit. I know I did quite a bit. I went down to Quantico, and actually, I think I went there 3 times. And also at one time, I got to work with the FBI when I was down there. Also, I got to, what was really a huge experience for me was I got to go to the school down there. And I think it was the 4th floor where they don't let any reporters or anybody up there because those are guys just coming back and have been severely injured. I got to meet with a lot of those guys on the 4th floor, and the one thing they all said to me with, you know, amputees and you know, someone just in really bad shape, but every single one of them told me that they felt like they were letting their buddies down because they weren't over there, because they had gotten injured and they weren't over there. To me, that is a huge understanding of why they're doing it. They're doing it for each other. They're doing it to be able to make sure each one of them come home. So for me, that was an eye-opener to really understand these guys and the commitment that they put in. Somebody's on mute.
Hello, can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
We got with us Dana Dane. How are you, Dana?
I'm good. How are you?
Good to see you. Yeah.
Good to see you. I just want to start out saying that I'm so sorry for your loss. And I actually met you and your wife a few years ago at an event, but I'm sure you don't remember because you meet so many people.
Yes, thank you. Why ain't the freaking government stepping the freak up? You know, everybody but our military, the men and women, to keep us safe. You know?
Well, if you take half the money, and they'd still be living very, very comfortably. Take half that money that's going into their pockets and put it towards the veterans, we'd be a lot better off. But to me, it's literally, we're wasting our time doing all of these things with voting and putting people in these different places, because all it is basically putting someone in power, and then they're taking control over your life and forcing you to do things that you don't want to do. And it's supposed to be for the people, by the people, of the people. So to me, you see the military, they go over there, they do their jobs, they come back. And I've experienced this group home systems because I was in placement at a young age and never thought. At 10 years old till I was 18 years old, I was in group homes. And I got adopted by the guy that owned the group home. The one thing they do that I learned from that system was they send them over there, they program them to go over there and do a job. And they do it well. They come back and they take a week, 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks to program them to come back into society. After they've been over there for maybe 2 tours, 3 tours, they come back and they spend no time to do programming, to make them fit into society. They come back over, they do a step on the surface, and they put them back in society and expect them to automatically, in their mind, change to what they were doing for 8 to 12 years. It makes no sense to me that there's not a program that's in there to really help you guys slide back into society so that they can live a normal life.
We should have that program before we help anybody else. Our vets and military should be taken care of. Like, we need to take care of them before we take care of anybody else.
You know how many veterans jumped off the roof of the Philadelphia VA in Center City, Philadelphia? You know, 7 men. And then New Jersey didn't have nothing in New Jersey for the veterans, so they had to come to the Philly VA. The poor kid got there at 5 after 6. They didn't open the door for him, Ken. You know what he did? He went to the gas station, poured gasoline all over himself, and put himself on fire. 4 years ago.
That's horrible.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Horrible.
And of course, you don't see that on the news.
No, but you'll see everything else that their narrative they want to have on there. They'll see all that. But, I mean, the stuff that's important right now, and there's a lot of stuff besides that, because there's a lot of pressing issues. But this is one of them where you look at it and you just think to yourself, why? Like, why? What is it? Is it because you just don't want to do it? Because it's not, I mean, I figured it out because I was in the group home. I realized if they sent me back home, I would be in the same environment that I was at when I got in trouble the first time I got sent away. So I ended up staying in the group home because I remember it was taking me out of the environment that got me in trouble, whether it was the same parents, the same friends, same neighborhood, same enemies. I would go back and I would redo the same thing I did before because I put back in the environment. So I stayed in the group home until I tried to leave. Then I got emancipated and then I started doing my own thing. And it pulled me out of the environment that was getting me in trouble. It's the same thing when you talk about military. When they go over there, they're not necessarily in trouble, but they've been trained to do a job. And then when you train to do a job and they're there for 2 tours or 3 tours, you send them back home and you put them through this process where you're basically doing zero to help them understand where they're at and then in the environment that they're coming back into, so that they're able to come back and be able to have that normalcy of not being angry and violent and frustrated and hurt and scared and all those things that come with doing those tours. They come back and they're flooded back into society and nothing has been fixed. Nothing has been programmed out of them. And so they go into society and they just mingle and stay involved because they're in a system in which they have no understanding of how to act.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely. I agree 100%. With you all the way. Hey, much respect, man, before you came up. Much respect, man, from where you came from out of life and to the man you became. You beat the odds, man. You beat the odds when it comes up to growing up in America.
Your audio is bad.
Yeah, the audio, something's up with the audio.
Can you hear me now?
Barely. Is there background in there?
Yeah, somebody got something on in the background.
Can you hear me now?
Somebody got.
Oh, hey, who's that TV on? Is that you, Dana?
Wait, hold, let me turn it off.
Yeah, it's sad, man. It's sad, you know. Somebody's got to set some kind of structure for our vets coming home, man. I like what you said, Canyon. You know, there's got to be some kind of program.
Ken, a lot of respect for Ken, man. Where you came out of and where you made it in life. You know, that's the American story for people to hear, because you know you came out of nothing in America, and you made it on to bigger and better things. I mean, if everybody in America could just try to be more like Ken at the end of the day, and figure out how to survive and make it, a lot of other youth would have a mentorship on how to survive out here, because America's hard. It's hard to survive out there.
Well, I don't think it's just America. I just think it's the world in itself, right? You know, it's sad to see that, you know, it seems like there's, and again, I don't like to keep harping on it, but it just seems like there's more attention being paid to voting people into office, and those people that get in office then basically force laws and issues and taxes upon people they're supposed to be serving. And it's been going that way now for 50, 60 years. So it hasn't changed. It's just been getting worse and worse. And, you know, for the people, by the people, of the people has been thrown out the door, because now we're basically slaves to our government. And to me, that's not what it was supposed to be. And it goes that way, just like when you talked about what I went through as a kid. You know, at 10 years old, I was locked up in juvenile hall. So I was about 13 years old. I was in and out of placement. Group homes, lived out of a car on the street, got stabbed. Went to the hospital, almost died. You know, then I went into the Shamrock boys home at 13. And I was there till I was 18 years old. I should have went home after a year, but asked me if I wanted to stay. And me as a kid, I had my mom there. And, you know, most kids want to be with their mom. And it wasn't any different with me, but what I understood in my head was like, if I go back there, and I go back to where my friends are, and I go back to where we got in trouble, where my mom didn't watch me, and my biological mother did not watch me, let me do whatever I wanted to do, I would get right back in trouble again. And so I chose, at 13 years old, to stay in that group home until I turned 18 years old. On my choice. It was my choice to stay. The government stopped paying for me. I didn't have a parole officer, none of that. I just stayed, and he paid for me to stay. He allowed me to stay in his home and adopted me when I turned 18 years old. And against my biological mother's wishes, but I got adopted because I wanted to be adopted, because I knew that if I went back into that environment, that I would get in the same trouble. I would go back to juvenile hall, and then I would go to jail, and then I would be in prison. And so I made that choice not to go back. And I say to the military people that are coming back, they need to make a choice that they know they've been serving with their country. They know they've been programmed to do a job for their country. But now they need to make sure that they're programming themselves on that job. And that's being help. That's going out there and finding somebody, whether it's a family member, or whether it's a person that you hired to hear you talk, a psychologist, or somebody that can help you. But you need to make sure that you go and talk to somebody. Because if you don't do that, you pick all that stuff up inside of you, and you're going to go back into what you were normally used to doing for 8 to 12 years, and you're going to get in trouble, and you're going to get depressed, and then you're going to do something that would be stupid. And so I say this with all of my heart. You need to be able to talk with somebody, sit down, be able to go through your issues, find out your problems, and try to program yourself to come back to the world that we now live in, and not the world that you were living in for 4 to 12 years.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Yeah, looking forward. You got to look forward in life, you know? You got to look forward, absolutely. So I think we got the volume fixed now. Oh. Hey, what's up, brother? How are you?
All right, I'm on there. We're doing Skype now.
I don't know. I think somehow. Hold on. Let me see. Hold on. Yeah, I think somehow he got kicked off maybe he'll jump back on here in a minute. Let me see. Hold on. So yeah, man, that was pretty cool, huh? the legend Frank, Ken Shamrock. Yeah, pretty nice. Hold on 1 second. Trying to get on.
Yeah.
I have Joe Burpees for veterans. Right?
He fights for him, man.
Yeah, all the time.
Can everybody hear everybody?
Yeah, loud and clear. Yeah. What's up, brother? How are you?
For me?
Yeah.
Good. Yeah, I'm good, dude. How are you?
Good, man. Good.
What's your name, buddy?
I'm Jackson Black. I'm a wrestler. I also do like interviews with professional wrestlers and stuff too. I had a TV show here in Knoxville. I bring in like the local dudes, the young and up and coming ones, give them like TV and stuff.
Oh, wow. My buddy Patrick Mudge, veteran. He was best friends with my son. He lives in Huntington, Tennessee. He owns Icy Tech Coolers. Have you heard of them guys yet? Yeah, it'd be great if you could connect with him. He does tremendous work helping veterans and Gold Star families. He was like super spook with the military, and really, when my son died, he actually had a gun to his mouth, and then turned around coming through our weekend and getting some help, and started this company, Icy Tech. They're on Wicked Tuna now, and he's doing real good. It's all veteran owned, the company. I landed in Nashville, and he had the sheriffs pick me up. Huntington, yeah, first time I got a ride with the sheriffs without. Yeah, it was cool. Great guy, man. I'd love for you, if you can, man, reach out to him. Amazing stuff he does. He brings in that hillbilly guy, that don't Swamp People.
Who?
From Swamp People. You ever watch the TV show Swamp People? Yeah, that guy. They're going to do something big in Nashville, and he just had Darryl Worley when we went to San Antonio with him, a couple other country western singers and all that. And, yeah. Now the wrestlers you do, are they from the military, or are they from?
No, it's just everybody and anybody under the. It's mainly just workers. I've had a couple of vets on, but no, I just do. I just try to give like the young dudes a spot on TV, you know, where they can at least get out there, somebody see them.
Right. That's cool, man.
It's not a bad gig. It has just ended as of last week, so I'm working on a new format and platform for all that.
Yeah. We were there right before COVID, and Icy Tech did a big for everybody in the town, and I forget the name of the band, but there was probably close to over 500 people came. Well, it was a free barbecue, you know. So everybody came. They had a fishing contest at Icy Tech. They got a big lake right there. All the kids got prizes. Really good. It was really good, man.
Sounds fun.
Yeah. I mentioned Eddie Alvarez. Yes, he was MMA. You heard of Eddie Alvarez?
Yeah.
He got kicked by McConnor.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a Philly guy. He went to the same high school as my son, his friends. And I said, didn't anybody tell Eddie that McConnor's a southpaw? He didn't. Eddie was a wrestler. I mean, he was all state Pennsylvania wrestler. And then he took it into the, that MMA fight and all that. He did really well, but
I did amateur wrestling for a while. I went to state and did all that. We went over to nationals, but stuff happened and got kicked out of there. Young kids.
Yeah.
I did some cage fighting and stuff, but that was so long ago. Like, professional wrestling hurts, but not as much. I don't know. I guess they're probably equal. They both hurt now.
Right. Yeah. And you're in Knoxville?
Yes.
Okay.
I got trained by Dr. Tom Pritchard and Kane. So those are my trainers.
Okay.
Pretty cool.
Yeah, man.
A lot of cool stuff out here. Yeah, we hooked up. Me and dude on like he interviewed me on a podcast. We got on another podcast, did it, and he's like, "Hey, you want to come on for Ken Shamrock?" And I was like, "Yeah, yes, I do." I got so many questions for Ken Shamrock. It's crazy.
What a story, living in a home, and then at 13, he don't change his mind to go, back with his biological mother and stay there because he would have went back and got in trouble back where he was at, man. And
he's got a crazy resume. It's insanity. He did bare knuckle stuff, and then he went over to Japan with like WWF, wild. And then he went to UFC, and then went to like WWF, Impact, like all that. He had a crazy run.
Yeah.
Much respect for Ken Shamrock. I don't know where he went though. Oh, getting sore. Oh, he's back.
Oh, hey guys, what's up? Yeah, sorry about that. We had Ken on there, Ken Shamrock, if anybody watching, but I think he jumped off for a minute because of the cell phone coverage or internet connection. So, because we're all doing.
Once he was in like 2006 was fighting in the cage rings. I forget his name, man. He was going for the championship against somebody. But yeah, man. But trying to look up Patrick's number. I was just talking to him yesterday. He just got a 12-point buck up there in Tennessee. Down there in Tennessee. 12-pointer. I didn't believe it. He had to show me pictures. Yeah. Icy Tech Coolers. I'm going to put it in this private chat message. You'll be able to get his number from there, right?
Yeah. I'll look at it on the messenger.
All right, I'm putting his number in now. Tell him Charlie Strange, who I just sent his phone number. And then it would be really good, Rob, to have him on with Jackson because they're both in Tennessee, you know what I mean?
Yeah, I know what you mean, yeah.
Yeah. Jackson has any events they need a country western singer or anything like that, he's got the in with them guys too, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, Ken Shamrock, he was what a story, man.
That guy there, man, yeah, he's got a lot of good information and good stories. Yeah, there's just not enough time. There's not enough time to actually hear everything that Ken has to talk about. We would need like a couple podcasts, and we would need, to have him on a couple times.
yeah, man.
Too much. He's been through too much. You're talking his childhood, right? Okay, when he was living in the streets, homeless, in a boys' home, to when he was in the military, when he was a Marine, to his whole when he got into the UFC originally with his brother Frank, when him and Frank became Shamrocks on the Shamrock ranch with the Shamrock family. I mean, he's just got so many stories, and he's been at so many different places in time in his life. There's just too much to talk about, from his stunts in the WWF to UFC to TNA. I know he won every belt and he was saying his kickboxing, everything that he did was elite. He was elite at. So yeah, we'll definitely have to get him back on again sometime. I'm actually messaging him right now. We're actually talking, but he said, yeah, thanks for jumping on, and he appreciated getting on with us and stuff like that. So yeah.
Cool, man. Yeah, we got I went to an event Saturday night for Dalton Beals, Beals, in Pennsville, New Jersey. His mother Stacy came to our weekend, and her daughter Jordan, who's 26, and it was only 11 months. Her son was in boot camp for the Marines, and did you hear about the big case? Her son died in boot camp. It was the third recruit that died under the same drilling sergeant and NCIS stepped in and some other people, and they actually taken the drill sergeant for a court case. He's in prison right now. It's the third recruit. You know, people like that, you know, one maybe an accident, two maybe an accident, third one by the same effing drill instructor. There's something wrong, you know. So he's getting held through with her and her. The place was packed. They had it at a FOP hall there. I was never in Pennsville, New Jersey. Me and my wife and a bunch of us from the Gold Stars from the Michael Strange Foundation showed up. She was so happy to see and you know, support and everything like that. And we got a few other things going on, and you know, I was just with Rob O'Neill down in Virginia, the guy that killed Bin Laden for his beer company. Armed Services Brewery. That was pretty cool. Yo, Rob, they got a tank farm in Virginia, in Manassas, Virginia. They got every tank from every war, and they work, and they all move. And yeah, he had a little thing down there. That was pretty neat, you know, and had us speak about the Gold Stars. That's what, you know, and the families with the suicide, you know, that have been through our weekends, that our sons and daughters ain't forgotten, you know, and what you're doing, you know, to try to prevent this, man. I can't thank you enough, my friend.
Yeah, my friend. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, 22 veterans is too many, so we're trying to get that number down to 0 for everybody. Yeah. Yeah, we appreciate you, brother. A lot of much respect and love to you and what you're doing and stuff, and thank you for joining us on the podcast.
Absolutely. Yo, don't forget to grab my book, Relentless. Christmas presents, $20. Amazon, Barnes and Noble.
Get everybody a copy.
Charles' son, Michael Strange, was top cryptologist on SEAL Team 6, member on the Osama bin Laden raid in 2011. 3 months later, on August 6, 2011, Michael was killed in Afghanistan along with 29 other Americans on a call. The call sign was Extortion 17. That was the name of the helicopter. Charles has been seeking the truth about Michael's death for a decade and has gone to Congress, the Pentagon, and the White House. Simultaneously, he has led other Gold Stars to finding some peace with his wife. And this is my story. But it's in the book. It's an easy read. Check us out. Nice Christmas present. Extortion 17. Help us get the truth. We're still fighting for a congressional hearing. You know, 30 guys died. Now we'll bring my son back. But who put 30 guys and the dog Bart, plus 8 Afghans in a 1963 Chinook helicopter in the Tanzine Valley? You know what I mean? Somebody got to be, you know. So that's in the book. A lot of questions, and just hope it don't ever happen again, you know.
Well, yeah, we'll say some prayers for you, dear God. Stay with my brother here and his family, and that he gets everything right, and be with him throughout these times, and uplift his spirit and heart. And we just thank you for getting us together today to talk about these issues and to help that 22 go to 0. And amen.
Amen, bro. All right, my man. Yo, I sent you back.
I salute you, my brother.
Thank you. And thank you for having me on again. Get a hold of my buddy Pat Mudge, Icy Tech Coolers, Navy vet, best friends with my son. You'll enjoy listening to him. He comes to our weekend and actually does a little healing process. It's pretty amazing, some stuff he learned to help stop him from the suicide. It's I don't want to tell you what it is because you like hearing it.
Let's do it. Absolutely.
All right, Rob.
All right, let's do this again. Let's get together in a week or something. We'll do another podcast in like another week. We'll get together.
All right, call my buddy. You got the put it on the private chat. Call my man Pat Mudge. You have him on, I'll be on.
Let's do it in a week. All right, brother.
You got
Talk
it.
to you soon.
Talk to you. Thank you.